Oh, they can't see this.
Shoot.
Hello, Professor Yates. Welcome.
Christian,
I'm Kyle.
today we're going to talk to you about Appendix B and Lecture 6. For Appendix B, first we were a little confused on how to talk about this, honestly, but it was a checklist for topic research. And one of the first things you got to do is you got to narrow your topic. You don't want it to be too broad. Like, for example, why soccer is the best sport in the world. If you're going to talk about that,
It is.
I mean, there's too many reasons why it is, and you can't narrow that down. You have too much research to cover. Also, you need to make sure it is relevant to your audience. So you're not going to go into a church service and give a lecture on business or on how to speak properly. That's not what they came to church to hear. Mm-hmm. So you gotta, and also when you're giving a class, you want to make sure it's relevant to your class. You're not going to go in and preach to your class, especially in a secular school. But even here, certain classes we came to actually learn, not to preach to. But yeah. What else?
To go off of that, when you're giving a speech and you're talking about a topic, you have to give both perspectives. Like, say, if you're a Christian, you have to give Christian perspective of what the topic is. And you also have to give the mainstream perspective of what they think. That also helps your speech and gives more knowledge to the audience of about the topic. Also, one thing I realized from this is that when you quote people, you have to ask permission before you quote them, which is sort of odd because last time I checked, you can't really ask permission to dead people.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of odd. It might be worded weird in here. I don't know, but it was just weird.
You might want to clarify that in class, Dr. Yates.
Yeah, because we were confused. And then, lastly, and probably most importantly, when you're checklisting your topic for research, you need to make sure that you've gained enough knowledge on the topic. You need to make sure you have enough to know what you're talking about and know what not to talk about. For example, in high school, I was in a debate on why I was promoting immigration, and the guy I was debating was saying how it was bad for America. And he started talking about illegal immigrants, and that was nothing that we were debating. So he should have known. If he would have known his topic, he would have known, one, that's illegal. We're not going to debate about that. And yeah, that's basically it, actually. So,
anyways, we're going to go on to Lecture 6 and reflect about what we learned on Lecture 6. But in Lecture 6, there was some slides talking about transitions. Transitions help your speech go more smoothly. So you would, at the beginning of the speech, you would say, first, this is this. Secondly, this is this. Third, this is this. And then if you have something contrary to what you're saying, you would say, however, this is this. Or you would say, to illustrate this and whatnot. So use transitions. It helps it keeps your speech flow, and it helps your speech go more smoothly. Also, there's some ways to capture your audience's attention. Some of them are through stories. Some just by acknowledging them, like dialogue, create dialogue within them. Also, humor. Humor is a big one. I love it. I love it when pastors are funny. It makes me less bored, and it also grabs my attention and actually gets something out of it. Also, use effective AVs. Use effective visuals. If it's a PowerPoint, have an effective PowerPoint. Make sure you don't mess up on your PowerPoint by misspelling a word, because that's distracting. And also, it doesn't hurt. This is quite funny, Christian. It doesn't hurt to startle your audience. So if I'm preaching one time, I might just in the middle of my sermon just scream. and I'll do it, and that'll grab my attention. Well, that might happen. But anyway, let's go on.
Another thing is organizing your speech. There are three main things that you gotta do, or that people do. And they use categorical design to arrange the main points into a customary division, or they use sequential design according to appearance and time. And they also use problem solution design. If speech follows an issue to which you have a solution. I couldn't read that. But anyway, I feel like a lot of times churches and pastors will use the problem solution design because the problem is sin and the solution is Jesus. And you can't really get much better than that.
And to wrap it all up, the lecture gave us some good ways to conclude your speech. And some ways are to summarize what you just said.
It's a short summary.
Yeah, it's a short summary, a recap of the points you made. And also it's good to challenge your audience to what they should do in order for what you were speaking on. And so just recommend specific actions for them and give them that.
And that's all we got. Thank you for listening. That's a long one. Whew.